Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Bronze Reaper podcast. I'm your host, Rosalind Perkins, and we're doing another show this morning. How's everybody's doing? Thank you for staying up with us last night. We went buck wild crazy, and salute to that guy who I told. Honorable Minister Farrakhan is a Jewish man. He's a Jew. He's a Jewish man. His father's a white man. Um, and also, I'm gonna put out the video saying somebody who works for his company is saying that he's a Jewish man. The guy took it personal. He was trying to get a viral moment, and he got a viral moment. You know, so. And I found out he's a German Jew. So. Yo, I always tell people all the time, I'm not crazy. When I say things, I say it, and it's cool and stuff. But before we get into anything, how's everybody's morning again? I hope everybody had a cup of coffee. I hope everybody been chilling. Again, thank you for staying up with us. We had a wonderful night. A wonderful, wonderful night. Salute for the people who was there, having a good time, bullshit around. Uh, Before we start, I need y'all to like and subscribe to the podcast. Also throw that share out because I'm about to do it right now. Give me a second, everyone. I'm gonna do it myself. Give me a second. Here we go. Let's see. All right. So the topic question we have today, I'm gonna read them out because it was all last night. Everything was. Does Adin Ross? The subtopic is today is does Adin Ross content demonize black people? Um, Also demonize black people and black culture. But the main topic is um Austin Metcalf supporters trying to cause a race riot? The reason why I asked this question is because there was something that happened when they were rallying, and there was a guy's father who told them we don't want we don't want this type of publicity and all this other stuff. The guy just lost his son and stuff like that, and this is how race riots start. White people would get packed out. Is just the reason why is because of the military. Niggas forgot what happened to Ashley Babbitt, January 6th. So, it's up to you if you want to go fight for, Austin Metcalfs and shit like that. Me, I gives two fucks, and I'm gonna be personally honest. I give two fucks about this little kid. The reason why is the nigga wanted to be a visual anti, and this is what happened when you be visual antis. We'll talk about it. I haven't talked about the Austin Metcalf at all. I try to dodge this question because I had motherfuckers coming into other topics talking about Austin Metcalf, and I told him I was like innocent until proven guilty. We don't want to hear, oh, he's guilty and the nigga didn't have a case. It just comes with the territory. Like, yo, we can't keep on doing shit like this when it comes to black people. You know? And I always felt like this. I always felt like, people need to have when you're in America, you gotta wait until a nigga has his trial in court. You know? We can talk about what's his name? Kyle Rittenhouse. He's a murderer, but he was found innocent because he said he defended himself, and his peers, his honorable racist peers, said that he was innocent. Like, put it this way, the nigga probably, like they say, he killed some racists. I mean, he killed the rapist, but he's a woman beater. Kyle Rittenhouse is a woman beater. So it just doesn't make sense. It's like picking two evils, my nigga. Yo, woman beater, but you killed the rapist. Nigga, what the fuck? It's still the same thing. Y'all still gonna get the same beat down when y'all go to prison. Here he go. Like, my nigga, come on with that. But I want to say this. Shout out to from last show. Shout out to Willie D. Willie D did a great job on that interview. I have to say it. It was a great interview. Vlad did his thing. He tried to keep up with the question, but I feel like Vlad was ready. Vlad already knew the questions. It's just, even though that he knew the question, I feel like, he still couldn't answer those. No matter how, prepped he was, it was hard for him to answer the question. Hold on, give me a second, everyone. I'm gonna say this now. We're gonna watch some videos today too, so definitely, stay tuned with that. I want to say this about before we start. Adin Ross. Adin Ross is into the podcast world, or the URL world, or the IRL world. I call his type of podcasting pandering podcasting. He only panders to like certain people, like Drake and white people and like certain rappers that he like, but he doesn't pander to everybody. He even pays for pussy, so give me a second. He even paid for pussy. He paid for Sexy Red. Sexy Red said he gave her 5K for some pussy. So that's why I always tell people, and I said it. I was like, yo, I think Adin Ross needs to go get checked out. He probably fucked her raw. Adin Ross don't get pussy like that. He probably pay for pussy because he got some money. That's one thing I could say. I ain't pocket watching the nigga, but the nigga do got some. He do got some cake. So that's one thing we can't say about him, that he doesn't have cake, but he does have cake. Hold on one second. You know, and this is just me. I think he pays for pussy. Do I see anything wrong paying for pussy? Well, if you're a trick, no, I don't see nothing wrong with you paying for pussy. You know, a lot of. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of niggas who pay for pussy. You know, even family members. You know, so do I feel bad about it? No, that's their thing. You know, but one thing I can always say, he always I feel like his content, and this is just me, demonizes Black America. He brings these ratchet niggas onto the, and this is why he bring these ratchet niggas onto the podcast. Hold on a second. He bring these ratchet niggas onto the podcast, but yeah, it's a but he talks shits about black culture, black communities. Talk about we kill each other and stuff like that. But you bring these niggas on who are this violent. Why hasn't he brought any black person on that isn't violent or gives a good reputation of black people? You know, I'm just saying that. Hold on one second, everyone. And like I said, hold on one second. Let me see if that isn't violent or gives a good reputation. Like he doesn't bring anybody who has a good reputation for Black America. You know, and it's because who he is, what his background is. You know, he's not with us, he's always against us. We talked about this last podcast about even with Vlad. The content that he brings on about Black Americans is never positive. It is never positive at all. Do I feel a certain type of way? Absolutely, I feel a certain type of way about it because as a black man, these niggas never have a good reputation. He brings Kodak Black. And Kodak Black is a Haitian man. But it's still a reputation of Black America. America that foundational Black Americans built. We bring in all these immigrants from other countries, and they give us a bad reputation of black culture. I'm just being personally honest. Yes, we have our ratchet side. Yeah, we have our rough around the edges and stuff like that. And I'm gonna break down certain videos and stuff. But now, hold on one second. Now we gotta talk about it. The question is, are hold on a second. Is black culture I'm gonna say this. Is no the question is mm, how do I answer this question? Is is Adin Ross the new Vlad? And when I mean the new Vlad, and this basically, uh, how did I put it last night? Is Vlad just putting bad publicity out for Black America? Because Adin Ross isn't in hip hop. Adin Ross isn't into politics really. But when he does talk about politics, it's always against Black Americans. Whenever he talks about black people, he shits on black people. Let's be personally honest. He don't shit on Drake because Drake is a half breed. Drake is half of his culture. Gives a bad publicity of black people, anyways. Drake sells out black people. Drake is a half of a coon, if you ask me. He's a half white coon. No, he's a white coon or a mulatto coon, and we get a lot of mulatto coons. This is why a lot of people, like, even what's his name, Edward Hoover was a black man, but he was a coon. He was a super coon. He changed his. He was a Rachel Dolezal before Rachel Dolezal. All jokes aside, and y'all can get mad at me because I said it, but he is. He was a Rachel Dolezal before he was Rachel Dolezal. And Edward Hoover like cross dressers. Let me tell you something. His reputation is already fucked. If I say this shit, it doesn't mean never mind. It doesn't mean a never mind. It just means you got to take it for face value of what it is. Drake always been like this. What's his name always been like this? Edward Hoover always been like that. He was a cross dresser. He was getting blackmailed by the mob. Because the black mob not the black mob, the mob, Italian mob. The mob, Italians already knew he was cross-dressing and was in these clubs. In the 1950s and 60s, you can't do shit like that. Niggas was Bible thumpers in that. And everywhere you went was a Bible thumper. It wasn't you was free and liberated. No, it was never like that back in the 50s and 60s. That's why when it took off in the 80s. See a nigga with some bussy and stuff like that. That was another night. That was another day in the life of a down low nigga. Like if you ever watch the show Pose, and I have seen the show. The show is actually interesting. It's about like the LGBTQIA community in the 80s. These motherfuckers were some tough people. It's not like these motherfuckers now. These motherfuckers were tough. These motherfuckers will fight you. These niggas know how to talk shit. These niggas know how to shade you. Yo, they was the real deal. They was the real deal. And the organizations that they had, these drag balls, yo, they did their thing. And you can't hate on them niggas for doing that. Give me a second, everybody. I forgot to send Wiz Mason so it comes, like I always tell people, the shit comes with territory, territorial responsibilities. But we could jump into the question. This is me. I personally think, and this is just how I think. Adin Ross, he demonizes Black America. He demonized black people and black culture. He knows nothing about our culture. He just knows hip hop and rap. But this generation, a person like that is very, very fucking dangerous. And the reason why I say he's very, very dangerous because at the end of the day, he don't give a good a good reputation for black people. Hold on a little. He gives a bad reputation. He gives a reputation for black people, and it's crazy. Niggas let him get away with it because he's paying them some money. But I always tell people all the time, Adin Ross is the worst person. Will I ever go on his show? It depends. Cause me, I'll give a good reputation on it. Cause I was like, yo, I gotta bring some people. And 9 out of 10, I really wouldn't do it. And I'm just gonna be personally honest. 9 out of 10, I really wouldn't do it. I don't want to hang out with no little ass fucking kid who drinks lean all day. You know. Um, and we're gonna talk about how he demonized black people. One of his comments, his latest comments, is what he said about Carmelo Anthony. Because you know what, we're gonna watch it, everyone. Give me a second. Let me find it. Adin Ross. Like I said, I personally didn't want to talk about it, but I have to. Mm,
Out. Like, how the fuck does that work? Self-defense. Okay, cool. So you would feel comfortable putting your kid in a school with a kid who has a fucking knife in school? Those roles reverse.
all right, everyone. I got this off of YouTube. I mean X. I got this off of X, everybody. So we're gonna watch. Uh,
Bro, I know we don't talk about politics anymore, shit like that, but that shit really pissed me off what's going on in the world right now, bro, with you know who, bro. Track me shit. Bro, I try to bite my tongue nowadays, bro. But like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. How do I not, bro? I have a platform for a reason, bro. I can say whatever the fuck I want. The fuck you mean who? He killed someone, he's out. Like, how the fuck does that work? Like, bro, he's literally like, what? like, what? What do you mean stop? I'm dead serious. He's literally, he stabbed him and he's out. Like, bro, what? Like, what? No, I'm dead, bro. I'm dead, bro. I'm not joking, bro. It doesn't make any sense at all. Y'all saying shut the fuck up? I'm dead serious. No, I don't give a fuck if people mad at me, bro. I say what I want, bro. That's what streaming's about. If they gonna ban me for opinion, they gotta ban all the other political streamers on Twitch too. Come on, let's be real here. I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm just being real. Self-defense. Okay, cool. So you would feel comfortable putting your kid in a school with a kid who has a fucking knife in school? Bro, y'all are so stupid, bro. If y'all get bullied in school, tell your teachers or tell your parents. Don't fucking try to kill somebody, bro. Please don't kill anybody. Death is very bad. It's crazy I have to even speak on
it. So this is what I'm gonna say, everyone. And this shit right here was very dangerous because he did not talk about this with Kyle Rittenhouse. He didn't say anything about Daniel Penny. But all of a sudden, when it's a black kid, and we have to make it about race. We had to make it about fucking race. Because when it was about all these other people and his white counterparts, he didn't say anything. There was a man who got fucking choked out. He choked out a kid who was probably a hungry fucking 140-pound kid. Military guy. And he didn't say shit. He didn't say nothing about Kyle Rittenhouse when Kyle Rittenhouse shot them two kids, shot them two people. No matter what the fucking guys is, they paid their debt to society. This is what we gotta say. Niggas pay their debt to society. So he doesn't get a fair chance? Kyle Rittenhouse even said that he went over there to shoot somebody. Oh, he was just joking. This is how we play now? This is how we talk. Of course we're going to have a problem with that. One thing about it, Tariq Nasheed always said, he said, pay attention how these people want self-defense only for their people. Black people shouldn't be able to self-defend. I mean, black people are not supposed to defend themselves. And my auntie always told me, white people are only comfortable when black people are scared. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. That's when white people are comfortable. Black people started bugging out. Now, motherfucker, oh, these people are bugging out. We can't be near these people. These people are fucking violent. We could talk about Bill Maher. Bill Maher would say, oh, he said, oh, yeah, you could work for my field. He said, oh, no, I'm not a field nigga. I'm a house nigga. This is what Bill Maher said. Where was y'all white people when he said that shit? Y'all niggas thought this shit was funny. When Daniel Penny choked the shit out of somebody, he's an American hero. He served our fucking country. That was a plain old fucking murder. And you fucking tethers, you fake ass wannabe cosplaying black Americans, foundational black Americans, that's on, Joe's blood is on y'all hands. This is why we don't defend y'all niggas no more. This is why all y'all niggas, from y'all racist white people to your libertarian white people, are crashing out and burning. Y'all burning with the ship. And we're not burning with the ship with y'all. We're letting y'all crash and burn. We're letting y'all crash and burn. And it's funny. We're laughing at you. We dancing. No, eating all the racist foods, racist stereotype foods that y'all put on us. The watermelon, the fried chicken, the macaroni and cheese, the jambalaya. We're watching this. We're watching y'all burn. You don't think we're going to defend? Yo, let me tell you something. Carmelo Anthony can be an immigrant and we will still defend him. And the reason why, because that's the law. The law, this is a stand your ground law. You come to Massachusetts, you can't do that. I have firearms, but I have to deal with Massachusetts strict laws. I gotta wait until the motherfucker attack me. You know, I'm gonna be personally honest. It's not right, but I have to deal with the laws. I have to deal with the laws. You know, but like I said, it is what it is. Like I say, he has never been good for the black culture. I don't even know why black people go on there, but it's because they're young. And he's giving out mad money probably. He's giving out, what, $80,000, $50,000, shit like that. But I got to be personally honest. Those type of people are very dangerous. And he's I'm going to be personally honest. He's going to put some of y'all niggas in jail. A lot of y'all niggas is going to go to jail. And it's because what y'all be having on that platform and around him. That's why niggas try to pack him out in California. He had to apologize. He think he could go around saying any and everything about black America. About black people. Let me tell you something. One thing about Adin Ross, I know he does not have respect for black Americans. He doesn't. Vlad TV don't have respect for black people either. He only has respect for certain people. And it always been like that. It's not like, oh, this shit just came up. No. He been like this. It's like, let me tell you something. One thing I always notice, white people never want to take accountability of anything. We talk about women, but we never see white people take accountability for anything they have done in the past. And I'm just going on history. They never took accountability. Have they ever took accountability of destroying Cambodia and Vietnam? Have they ever took accountability of destroying Iraq? I mean, was it Sudan? Was it where's Saddam Hussein from? I think it's Iraq. Looking for mass destruction? No, Afghanistan and looking for mass destruction? No. Has they ever took accountability from fucking slavery, fucking Jim Crow, fucking the crack epidemic? Like, they haven't took accountability for anything. And I have to be personally honest about this. They never took accountability. So like now, we see a nigga crash out and we seeing like people don't give a fuck. You can't get mad at us. Give me a second. That's who Adin Ross is. Adin Ross always been like this. Adin Ross always had this form of superior over black people. That's why he said what he said to people. But when he's not in front of them, when he's in front of them, he's not like that. I'm gonna get my lawyers. I'm Jewish. That's what he always said. This is what he said to the fucking back on Fig. This is what they say. This is why we always say, yo, this anti-Semitic shit is about to disappear. Cause how y'all using it? Y'all don't value this shit. Y'all just use it as a get out of free card. That's how y'all use anti-Semitic. Y'all tell us stop crying over fucking racism. Nigga, y'all cry over anti-Semitism. I'm being personally honest. Y'all could say and do anything to black Americans, but once some niggas say something back to you, why you think, nigga, let me tell you something. Why you think America is a turning on Israel? Like the whole population of Americans is turning on that country. All they got to do is get that right president to say, yo, we're not fucking with you no more. Get your money from somewhere else. Get your military from somewhere else. Y'all are fucked. Y'all would have to go to China. Y'all would have to go to North Korea. Y'all have to. England can't support you because Africa and the Caribbean islands supports England. They can't produce anything on their own. What the fuck is England producing? That is a big ass fucking slave trade country, nigga. That's what it is. And all them crazy ass fucking foreign people move to England just like they do to America. But America doesn't control or colonize that many countries. England, they colonize over 30 countries. That's how they make their money. If them countries like, yo, no, we're cutting England off, England would not make it for 4 months by their own self. They can't produce anything. They have no type of minerals. That's why I always tell people I would never move to England. I'll go there for probably 2 days, but I wouldn't even want to go there for 2 days. I would want to get the fuck out that country. And yeah, I'm talking crazy. That's cool and everything, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But Adin Ross, he always been a culture vulture. But he's a new generation culture vulture. He always fucked up. Hold on, Did I send? Give me a second, everyone. Like Adin Ross, he always got into those type of secret questions. Because let me tell you something. Whoever's funding Adin Ross, that's the I think that's the guy who's saying, "Yo, talk about this." Carmelo Anthony defended himself. It's the stand your ground law. Why can't this? Why can't the laws go with him? Why the laws can't? What is he, not an American citizen or some shit? Why can't the laws go for him too? Why doesn't, when it always comes to black Americans, there's always an issue. There's always a fucking technicality. Austin Metcalf comes from a single parent home. Carmelo Anthony comes from a two-parent home. He's a great student. He's a great athlete. Don't forget, this nigga has a lot to lose. This other kid, he knew what was up. The kid was on fucking drugs. Niggas found drugs in this system. Give me a second. This is what I like. I like these people showing their true colors now. We already knew, what's his name? Let me tell you something, and I'm going to be personally honest. The reason why he talks this way, because he thinks Charleston White's word is law. Charleston White's word, it ain't worth shit. Ain't nobody following Charleston White, only losers. Just like that loser last night following Poetic Flacco and Vlad. They couldn't tell me anything about my culture. He told me Poetic Flacco said this. Poetic Flacco said that. We don't give a fuck what Poetic Flacco is a fucking immigrant, my nigga. Why the fuck would I use his word as law? He don't even listen to his own traditional music. He don't even fuck with his own traditional music. Like, let's be personally honest. He don't even listen to his own culture's music. Why would I listen to him about my culture? This nigga was still on motherfucking metaphors yesterday talking about rocks, nigga. Mecca rocks. Then when I fucked him up, when I said, like, yo, do you know Honorable Louis Farrakhan is half Jewish? Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Look it up yourself. You'll see. His father's last name is Clark. He's half Jamaican. But what that white side is, he doesn't look like a Jamaican. Most Jamaican is dark-skinned. You get them high yellow Jamaicans because they mix with somebody. We can't forget the Jewish man was in Jamaica too. Just like the European man. I consider Bob Marley a white man, if you ask me. His father's white. His father's with a British militant. I consider him a white man. There's nothing wrong with it. That's just who he is. Oh, no, you ain't gonna talk about Bob Marley. His father's white. His mother's black. His mother's a full Jamaican. I just consider him white because of his father. You are what your father is. And we wouldn't do that to Louis Farrakhan? Yeah, we could consider Louis Farrakhan a white man, but he does a lot for black America. Am I not supposed to like Louis Farrakhan because he's a white man? Come on, man. We ain't doing this. Adin Ross always been against us. Adin Ross don't fuck with us really like that. And I'm just going hard body with it because at the end of the day, we got to know our enemy. We got to know our enemy. But let's get into the real topic question, because we're not gonna stay on this all day. We're gonna do like another 20, 30 minutes. I want to say this. These white people are trying to start a race riot, and for Austin Metcalf, they trying to make him a martyr. They trying to make him the George Floyd. You know, him and only thing that him and George Floyd was probably were doing drugs. George Floyd probably was doing drugs, but at the end of the day, that nigga didn't even need to die. That nigga could be coked out his fucking mind. That nigga don't need to die. He needs to be detained. Why wasn't he fucking detained and he was on the floor, not moving, and he was applying? He wasn't going buck wild crazy. He was scared for his life. Look how y'all had his neck, his knee, your knee on his neck. Like, you gonna act like we didn't watch the video? We're not both watching the same fucking video? Oh, it was up a little bit. Come on with the hypotheticals, nigga. Come on. Let's be personally honest. Them niggas is murderers. Them niggas need to be in jail longer than they need that they're gonna be in jail. I don't play semantics with niggas. We don't need to hear about these little secret little fucking, oh yeah, he was on fentanyl. That's what killed him. No. That fucking knee that you had on his fucking neck killed him. He died from suffocation, nigga. Y'all niggas made it worse. Y'all niggas made, oh, he beat up some old white lady. We don't give a fuck. We're talking about a new case right now, my nigga. We talking about a new case. Now we going through an Austin Metcalf. Now we don't get the same laws as fucking Daniel Penny or George Zimmerman. And I'm gonna say this to both of them. I hope both of y'all rot in hell together, nigga. We don't care if you got a Blackie Blayla or whatever, my nigga. Everybody has a Blackie Blayla when it comes to some type of tangibles, nigga. And I'm being personally honest. Half of y'all niggas running around acting like a fucking conquistadors and not keeping your African roots. And only the Afro-Latinas and the Afro-Latinos is doing it. And this is why I always tell people all the time, I support Afro-Latinas and Afro-Latinas. Even though I talk crazy, I do support them more than any of them. I support them more than I support Caribbean people. Because Caribbeans came over here undermining us after we helped fight to get them over there. After we had a few over here and we supported y'all and protected y'all. Who you think, and let me ask y'all a question, who did y'all think when Marcus Garvey came to America, who you think he came to? When Fidel Castro came over here for protection, who you think where he went? He went to the black communities. These motherfuckers went to the black communities. It's not, let me tell y'all something. Don't give us these fucked up stories talking about, oh yeah, we were beaten up, we were this and that. Nigga, we fought back. Don't give us these sad fucking tales thinking that, oh, these white people, got a heart and like they just they unchained the shackles and saying y'all are free. No, nigga, we fought, nigga. We were killing niggas. We went colonies to colonies killing niggas. First John Horse, then Nat Turner. We don't know nothing about the Haitian Revolution. Fuck that shit. They haven't done nothing ever since, nigga. And shout out to barbecue, but niggas haven't done nothing ever since. All y'all did was gave all y'all fucking minerals to fucking France. Now y'all talking about reparation from France. It was obsessive. Niggas don't want to be hearing about none of that bullshit anymore. Because you know what? When we started talking about reparations, y'all niggas was like, oh, y'all niggas is begging. Y'all don't need reparations. Y'all niggas need to pull y'all Shoes up from your bootstraps. Now Haiti needs to do the same thing. Whatever's good for the geese is good for the gander. Now y'all don't want to work. Now it's the government. It's the government. It's the government. Government, 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 government. What the fuck you think is here? Why you think a lot of black people are in jail? It was a construct. Let me tell you, it was a program. It was a constructive programming. They took all our money when they desegregated us. Because other countries was making fun of America, saying like, yo, how are these niggas making more money than y'all? How are these niggas starting communities and they just got let out of slavery. How are they passing y'all? Other countries was making fun of white America. I gotta be personally honest, and it's true. This is y'all history. That's why y'all had to segregate it. Y'all had to put us together. You had to migrate us so y'all can get money. Y'all wasn't even getting money like that, and y'all was the biggest population of people in America. I'm just being personally honest. This is all facts. Give me a second, everybody. This is why we question it. This is why we question y'all ethnicity. This is why we question y'all background. Cause y'all don't want to fuck with us. So at the end of the day, so be it. We ain't fucking with you. We cool with it. We cool with separating from y'all and shit, you know? I'm just being personally honest. Y'all brought this shit on yourselves. Y'all want to be superior, but y'all always need help. We was good segregated. We had our own company. We had our own buildings. We have our own jobs. We had our own neighbors. We didn't have nobody that was, manipulating everything. Everything was segregated. Y'all was living amongst y'all people, but y'all wasn't surviving. That's the only thing. This is why black Americans were surviving in the Great Depression. Because we kept our money in our community. We knew you didn't want to fuck with us. This generation of it. And let me tell you something. I'm going to say this. All these Arab and these Asian stores that be in the black community that don't fuck with us, we're starting to like, yo, you know what? We need to build our own store. We need to have our own thing. What do y'all need in the store? What do you like? What can I get you? Now you got to understand, if a black man builds a grocery store, all y'all white people are going out of business. Because black people is like, yo, I'm going to support. It's coming to a point where black people is like, yo, you know what? I could just put this in my own community. These black people don't want, these Arabs and these Indian people want to give us a hard time, treat us a certain way. You know what? I got you. How can I help you today? Give me a second. We got to be personally honest. If a foundational black American opened up a grocery store, y'all niggas is fucked. Target's fucked. Stop and Shop's fucked. Piggly Wiggly's is fucked. Y'all don't want to treat us nice. These corner stores, these bodegas is fucked. Because one thing I'm going to say this. Wallow was fucking wrong about what he's saying. He was very wrong, because at the end of the day, you look at these motherfucking Indian and Arab stores and stuff like that, These stores are fucking horrible. They're never clean. They're always dirty. They're always janky. But niggas always supported them. Them niggas is always kicking us out the store. Hurry up and get out. It's just, it is what it is. Now we got these niggas right here starting race wars. Again, what happened if we desegregate? What happened if we segregate again? All that shit, all that money you have, all those countries, all those states that y'all have, y'all aren't going to survive. Don't forget, Black Americans are the biggest consumers of all time in America. We consume 3 trillion. What is it? 1 to 3 trillion a year. What happened if we just have all black stores, Black American stores? What happened if we have all Black American stores? How are y'all gonna make money? Yeah, you have some Caribbeans and Africans. Oh yeah, I want what the white man got. But black people are starting to stay on code now where and don't forget, some immigrants are starting to stay on code with black people. Some is starting to understand like, yo, this isn't about background. This is about lineage. Once niggas start to figure out about lineage, y'all coons and tethers, y'all gonna get put in that bright light and say like, yo, y'all the niggas is the problem. Y'all niggas is the issue. This is why people don't like you. Everywhere will be like a fucking Atlanta without the, hey girl, all of that. The sashay going on and the down low shit. Everything is gonna, I'm being personally honest. Everything is gonna be black. And you know how certain white people do, like, yo, I'm going where the black people is going. They inspire everything. So, what y'all gonna do? What are y'all really gonna do? But let's get back into the question. I went off topic, I know. But Metcalf, these guys who's trying to start a race riot, it ain't gonna work. To me, I don't think it's gonna work. Cause the father's saying something else, man. And we're gonna watch the video on that. Give me a second, everyone. Austin. Here we go.
Did you know if they reached out to Jeff? They did not. They didn't even reach out.
Have not spoke to him under no circumstances.
Wow. Okay.
So when I do this interview, that's what I'm going to ask him here in a minute. Like,
Great.
have you spoke with the father? And since I have, the father says he wants no part of this. Under no circumstances, he wants his kid labeled with what's happening here. So since they're going to give me an interview, I'm going to go do it.
Wonderful. We're all very excited for this.
After they finish with this. And I'm sorry, your name?
No reason to plunge a dagger into his heart like that.
100%.
There's no reason.
100%. See, this is my organization. I see it. And I travel across the country to reduce violence in black communities.
Thank you. I stand with you, sir,
on a
on
regular
that.
basis. But today, I'm here on behalf of the father, Jeff Metcalf.
Okay.
And what he's asking you is to not use his son's image or likeness in what you're doing. You can do what you do, but that's not what he wants his son tied to.
Okay.
Out of respect for that family.
Now, I would ask Jeff Metcalf if he would be bold enough to act like a father of a deceased young man that was murdered instead of being somebody suppressed, worried that he's going to spark the next race riots or some type of thing. He needs to stand for righteousness, not for the consequences of righteous actions always need to be taken seriously. He needs to be righteous before he is fearful. He is acting out of fear, not out of righteousness. He should have been on the top of the bus today. He should have been standing shoulder to shoulder with me.
Are you a father?
No, I am not.
I'm a father.
Amen.
I'm a father. As a father, there is this thing called grief. So let me tell you what's going on in his house. He's getting swatted. His only other son.
Who is swatting him? Which
That's
community?
No, we don't know the community, but it's happening. That's on the police to find. Secondly, he has a son who's a twin, who his son died in his arms. So that means he needs to navigate that. Then his son, who's his only son, is getting death threats. So as a father, his hands is full. So the last thing he wants to be tied to is having this complex of race. So yes, violence is bad. Young black men are getting killed every day by young black men across this country.
Yes, but I'm not a member of that community. I'm a member of my community. My community is being victimized by the community of violent black.
But here's the problem.
Degenerates.
But here's the problem.
They're degenerates.
When you stand up in the name of God, there's one body.
Amen.
And if you're not a part of that body,
I could read statistics. So I'm also a pragmatic human being.
So
I understand when there's a problem, it needs to be addressed head on. If you tiptoe around a problem, that's how you get to the end result.
So your
of
biggest
this.
concern is the loss of white life by black people?
No, that's
is that
not
your
my
concern?
big, I have
The
concern.
concern is a repeating pattern. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. And we just
First
can't
of all,
ignore it
my
any
biggest-
longer. It is. If it
my
stops,
biggest-
we're good.
There always has to be a fucking coon, my nigga. There always has to be a fucking coon. I told you that. It's a fucking tether, man. It's a fucking tether. This is a fucking tether, my nigga. Let's watch that shit again.
When there's a problem, it needs to be addressed head on. If you tiptoe around a problem, that's how you get to the end result.
So your
of
biggest
this.
concern is the loss of white life by black people?
No, that's
is that
not
your
my
concern?
big. I have
The
concern.
concern is a repeating pattern. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going on and on and on and on. And we just
First
can't
of all, my
ignore it
biggest-
any longer. It is.
My
If it
nigga.
stops.
Are you kidding? Whose man is that, man? Whose fucking man is that, man? Oh shit. Oh, yo, whose man is that?
We're good.
So I have a
Let me
question
answer
for
that
you.
question.
Do you
My
believe
biggest
more
concern-
white people are killed by white people or by black people?
Listen, by strangers, it's 2-1. Every single race in domestic issues, because we live amongst each other and uncles kill uncles and drunk at barbecues and stuff like that, it's always the same amount.
So
And
your
listen,
response is
okay,
this.
let me
Is your
respond,
response
please.
this, that-
Please let me
Hold on,
respond.
Is your response that
I'm
Mr.
saying that
Metcalf needs to get on your bus and tell people
If
that
I was
his
him, I
son
would
was
do
killed,
it.
but he's not you. So what I'm saying
But
is,
I'm telling you,
so what
I'm
saying
somebody
is,
that stands for what I believe in, and I don't cower when it's time to stand.
If your desire
It's because
is
of
to
fear.
represent-
My
Let's be honest.
desire
It's
is that
because he's
another
afraid.
Austin Metcalf does not happen next week.
Like,
and
guys-
if I was his father, I would stand
But you're not.
righteously to say,
But you're
yes,
not.
He's
but I'm
not,
a
but
man.
we all have common
So
sense.
you're
We
speaking
know.
for his father.
Hold on. We know.
No, I'm
not
speaking for white men in
I'm
this
not
country.
gonna
I'm
Are you
speaking
a
for
father?
white people
Hold on,
in
hold
this
on,
country.
Are you a
Jake,
father?
Hold on one
Are
second.
you a father?
Hold on 1 second.
Are you a father?
I'm not, but listen.
Okay,
this
so when I
know
talk
I'm
to
not done talking yet.
non-fathers
Hold on.
who are not dealing with grief, you've talked for an hour. So if you want to address, I can give you after I give this message. The bottom line is this. You have a father that's out of respect asking you not to put his son's face in a place. How do you say you're going to represent people when you can't respect the will of the people?
No,
Let me
that's not
respond,
true.
guys. There's too much peanut
sorry,
gallery.
you
That's
said
not
what
what
now?
his father said. His father
I've
did
never
not
heard
say that.
Can we please let me respond?
So you
Father's not-
believe-
no,
Let me
listen,
respond.
it's- no,
Hey,
his
you
father
believe
is a fear.
I'm having a conversation between you and I. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Austin Metcalf is no longer Austin Metcalf. He is a symbol. He is a symbol of young white people being predatorized and victimized every single day, living in fear. He is living in fear. Our people in this country are living in fear. No longer just his son.
Jeff, hold on, Jeff. Do me one favor, because there seems to be an issue that you're okay with Austin's name being plastered with this particular movement. Now, I've already addressed that. So now I want you to say one more time
protest, not
that
the movement.
do you agree with your son's name and face being attached to this movement?
Hey, Jeff Metcalf, this is Jake Lang here. I wanted to talk to you and not be
Jeff?
led into a question. This is an
Hello?
illegal argument. This is called leading.
Do you agree with your
Jeff,
son?
can I have a conversation with you?
No,
or do
because you
want a
could have
leading
called him
argument?
before that. You could have called him out
I've
of
been
respect.
reaching out. I'm one of the biggest figures in
So
America.
Jeff,
Nobody's ever
I've given you a
texted me
message.
from-
I've given you
texted-
your message,
I
and here's
texted
the
all
response.
family members, everybody I could
I've
find.
given you your message, and here's the response.
You've not given my
This
message.
guy
You've
said
given your
no.
message.
What he said
What's
was
your
this.
issue with the event?
What he said
Jeff,
was
talk
this.
now.
He
Jeff,
said
talk.
that you, as a father, should be on the bus with him, delivering the message that he's delivering. Unfortunately, he's not a father, and the gentleman with is not a father. Maybe they don't understand what loss is. But at the end of the day, I've given your message,
understand what loss
and
is.
they thought that it wasn't your message.
Let me have 1 minute of my message
Call
to Jeff
him.
Metcalf.
Call him.
Okay, what's his number?
He's on the phone right now.
So Jeff,
This is bullshit.
huh?
Jeff, talk. This is not a good faith discussion.
Okay, hold on. Here's Jeff. Hold on. Hold on. So Jeff, go ahead. Go ahead, Jake.
Hey, Jeff, it's Jake Lang here. Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you have chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today. Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the fucking problem.
Oh shit!
You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do.
Yo, salute to Jeff Metcalf, but my nigga is hold on.
In
What?
Austin at this point, God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today.
Hold on, I gotta call Wiz Mason. Hold up. Oh shit. Oh shit. Watch this. So oh my motherfucking God. Oh shit. Shout out to Jeff Metcalf. But this shit just got spooky, nigga. Let's see what he says to Jeff Lade.
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any fucking...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
My son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
Thanks.
You are creating more Austin Metcalfs
Black
with your
man here,
weakness.
you are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem.
Yeah. You are part of the fucking problem. In the honors of Jeff's words, you white supremacists are part of the fucking problem.
You've been submitted.
Hold on, hey, Jeff.
You've been submitted.
I'll handle this from here.
You've been submitted, sir.
You're not gonna make
If
us
we were
back
all,
down.
if we were all of your nature,
Guys, listen.
You're
let me
not
say
gonna
this.
save
what are
us.
we
No,
doing?
Do you know who you're talking to? You don't, do you?
I'm talking to a black man.
You don't. No, you're not.
Okay.
You sit here, you talk about Trump.
But I am. You're not
Google
gonna
my
make me back
name
down.
and Trump. No. When you do that, my name is Bruce
I agree
Scott.
with black males
No,
winning,
Google that.
but they're not winning
but
right
what
now.
You're doing,
They're becoming
but what
degenerates
you're doing
and murdering white
you're
people.
not helping America. You're no more patriotic than I am. No
Being
way.
silent is
Where
not
were you
helping.
on January
You've been
6th?
silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you on January
just
6th?
You've been
said
silent. It's only
Where I
gotten
was?
worse.
Where were you? Did you stand for your country
So you
when they
think that
stole our
made you
vote?
patriot because you showed up there? Does that
tyranny.
make you a patriot?
Joe
What's your
Biden,
solution?
Joe
Showed
Biden
up?
is a
All you're doing is
pedophile.
condemning us. What's your
My
solution?
solution is to help people where they're weak. So we have an issue in young black males' lives across the country.
It's not
It doesn't
Say that
matter.
to Jeff
Nothing's
Metcalf.
changed. It's
Say
getting
that to
worse.
Jeff Metcalf.
We talk about it, man.
Say it.
At the end of the
So
day,
then- so
the
then
man
what
is
is
asking.
his-
So let me ask you this: you got a father who's grieving, and your response is he's weak.
My father is celebrating my strength right now.
You have no idea. You'll never win the Senate. And what I'll do, I'll come to Florida and run for Senate and run as a Republican, and I'll kick your butt.
No,
Guaranteed.
you
2
lose,
years,
bro.
guaranteed
You
years.
lose.
Because this behavior is why we're in the situation where we are.
No.
We get these. Is that what it is? Okay. Well, at the end of the day, he's asked you what to do and what not to do.
Listen,
you have a right to
he's
do it
no
or not
longer
do it.
You
Austin
can say
Metcalf.
not talk about
I love
Austin
Austin.
Metcalf, but we're gonna get
You
tiny
love
ass.
I love somebody
You
enough
love
to
the
be
thought
strong
of
with.
using Austin
No.
for T-shirts, for propaganda, and to get out here and talk about
You
who
want to
you
shut
are.
down a
I'm
white
not
man
raising
right now.
money.
That's what
I'll
you're trying
shut
to
you
do.
down.
I'm not
you're not
raising
shutting
money.
me
I'm not
down.
raising money like
Because
Carmelo
I got
Anthony.
family.
I'm not
letting
raising
them
money
put me
like
put down
Carmelo
anymore.
Anthony.
No, bro, you
finances
stop.
at
You
a
came here to try to
million.
shut him down.
And listen,
but I realize
Nah,
that's
bro.
not his deal.
Let's be
message-
honest. You're a black man. You're trying to shut him down because
I'm
what
an
he's
American
saying.
first.
No, man. You don't
I'm an
really think that.
American. No,
I am.
I'm
You're
an
not.
American.
I am.
That's
You're
what I
not.
am.
That's why I'm here. You
No,
want
is
to
that it?
silence him.
No,
You want to
I'm an
shame him.
American that
I've seen it
says
happen
this
over and
foolishness
over.
here
It's not
doesn't work.
foolishness.
That's what
You've
it
done
is.
nothing. You have not worked on
haven't.
anything. It's not changed nothing. We're here to try something different to stop this.
So what's
bro.
the difference?
The difference is we're actually coming out here with courage.
Saying what?
And
Call
you
it
just want to
something,
silence
saying
people.
what?
Saying that white people don't put down anymore.
Yo, that coon nigga ain't gonna help you, man. In the words of Jeff Metcalf, you are part of the fucking problem. You white supremacists are part of the fucking problem. Oh my motherfucking God. Yo, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be personally honest, yo. The nigga's taking a dirt nap, but his father, the way how his father is honoring him, we gotta salute that nigga to Jeff Metcalf, even though you got a sexual assault. We gotta salute to you, my nigga. Cause my nigga say, yo, you are a part of the fucking problem. I don't want my kids' face plastered everywhere. This motherfucker already told you, I don't want nothing to do with y'all crazy people. He said, I don't even know who the fuck y'all are. Yo, Jeff Metcalf's father is, yo, I'm going to say this. Jeff Metcalf's father is going to outshine Austin. And the reason why, because Jeff is doing the right thing. The nigga's trying to grieve. I just hope the nigga don't do nothing stupid, because I know how white people get. They be on some eye for an eye shit. They have forever. I just this why, hey yo, whose nigga is this, man?
I listened to you. I listened to you for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It wasn't substantive.
And you were raging.
You had more people
You were
paying attention
raging.
to the
What
foolishness.
substance is then? What's
One dead, the 17.
Yeah.
Another one who's in jail.
He's a murderer.
And you
He's
had
and how
in
often
jail.
it
He's
happens
at home
all the
eating
time.
Cheetos.
Who's been
He's
charged?
home eating Cheetos.
We tried your way. It happens again and again and again and again and
At the end
again.
of
It
the day,
doesn't stop.
Hold on. At the other day is this. You probably bought that hat for me. Those flags, I probably sold you those flags.
You're not a
So
trumper,
you
brother.
have no-
You're not a trumper. I understand what being a Make America Great Again patriot
You're
means,
a riot.
and it means addressing.
What does it mean?
It means addressing
What does
issues
it mean?
without being a pussyfoot around it. Don't tap dance around the issues. Address it. Black people are killing white people in this country, and it needs to stop.
Yeah.
We are.
Remember what I told y'all? A black person's fear is a white person's comfort. It always has been and it always will be. White people are always uncomfortable around black people. I was in a training yesterday, and I wanted to say that, but I couldn't say it because it is what it is. It's just a cultural difference. That's why these motherfuckers who be trying to come into black culture just doesn't fit. There's only quite a few people that can fit in black culture. Paul Wall is one of them. He never changed his style. He always been black. You know, he always had a black figure and just never changed it. Yeah, his hairstyle might change, but, you know, you can always cut that shit off, you know?
Being predatorized in our own country. We are being predatorized in our own country, and it's a weakness from Jeff Metcalf and people like you that is continuing the culture. Condemn Carmelo Anthony, condemn. Why are you confronting me? What if call Jeff Metcalf and say there's a young black man with it? Carmelo.
The nigga could have handled the truth. This is why I say accountability is a motherfucker to a white boy. It is. He just told you, his father told you don't plaster his son's face everywhere. Michael Lang don't want to fucking listen. He said you are a part of the fucking problem. He said you are a part of the fucking problem. Then you call the nigga a coward because the nigga is grieving. You never had a kid before. This is why we say, yo, most of y'all white people are very entitled. Y'all have some type of God complex problem. It's not a black and white crime going on. It's just a crime, American on American crime. It has never been a black on black crime. It never been a white on white crime. It hasn't been a black. If we're all American, why we discriminating by ethnicity? Only time we're American is when y'all niggas need help, as always. Then we're the biggest Americans.
Carmelo Anthony jersey on, parading his son's death. When I'm standing strong against the murderer.
my name in Trump. Since you say I'm
standing strong against the murderer.
Oh, shit.
I know.
President Trump pardoned
I got you. It doesn't matter, guys.
President Trump doesn't matter.
No,
President Trump would have left me behind. You're not President Trump.
No, I'm a man.
You're a nobody.
You're not Trump supporter then. It was not part of Trump supporter. He did not get due process. He's not being a part of
Here's the problem right here.
Dude, he's a waste.
You all follow a man off the cliff.
No.
I'm a man. I will call anybody
Donald
wrong.
Trump did not make this stand.
You won't call him wrong.
Who won't?
You just want to
When Trump is wrong, I'll call Trump
mean,
wrong.
racial tribalism. I see right through this.
White lives matter.
Was it wrong for me to tell that woman to be quiet?
Whose nigga is that? Whose nigga is that? Yo! Protect white white America is a fucking shit show, my nigga. I'm glad I did this at this time, man, but yo, I'm gonna say y'all niggas is a shit show. Whose man is this? Yo, whose fucking man is this, bro? Yo, oh my God. Yo, look at this look. He's like, oh shit.
Racial tribalism. I see right through this.
Yeah, we got him.
Like, seriously.
Was it wrong for me to tell that woman to be quiet? No. It was wrong for her to spray you with that mace. All right, so me standing up for what I believe and getting sprayed for it. And that she's wrong, so hopefully you press charges and she's prosecuted.
So is Donald Trump wrong for pardoning me in the January 6th?
I don't know your role, but if you're wrong...
I had the most violent charges of all the January 6th.
They were calling out black people for doing bad.
Nigga, it's a part of the fucking job. Why you bitching, nigga? You supposed to go to jail. You want to be a revolutionist, nigga, so... Nigga, you go to jail, nigga. Martin Luther King went to jail, nigga. Malcolm X went to jail. What the fuck are you crying for? Yo, let me tell you about y'all white people. Why y'all always think y'all got some type of, privilege of not going to jail, my nigga? Yo, this is the part about being a revolutionary. That's why there's no such thing as a white revolutionist. George Washington wasn't a white revolutionist. I'm just being personally honest. Most of these presidents, these people are not revolutionists. It's mostly black people.
bad
So you don't agree with being a 1776 patriot and fighting for your country? Would you believe the founding fathers are right to
The founding
go
fathers
against
were right
tyranny?
on some things and they were wrong on some
I'm
things.
talking about tyranny. Were they right against standing against tyranny?
No,
Are we right
your-
against
your-
standing
your
against black
rationale is
violence? It
tyranny.
is tyranny. We are living in tyranny. It is the same
if
tyranny.
Your concerns about black
It is the
violence,
same
no.
tyranny.
If your concerns about black violence, why are you not
racism
talking
against
about what's going
white
on
people.
in Atlanta? Why are you not talking about what's going on in Philadelphia? Why are you not talking about what's going on in
Listen,
Memphis?
I'm talking about
Because we're
black
here
violence
today.
against
We're here
white
today.
Americans.
That's the reason why.
Look,
Yes, sir. You want to talk about cities. Detroit is one of the most unlivable cities in America.
Yep.
Up until the 1950s, Detroit
Whose man is this? Yo, my nigga, let me ask y'all a question. If y'all say black people are part of the problem, aren't these two niggas a part of the problem too? They exclude y'all because y'all y'all got a white friend, my nigga? Yo, y'all niggas is a part of the problem, my nigga. Why aren't y'all fixing y'all people? If that's your peoples, why aren't y'all fixing y'all people?
was called the Paris of the West.
Okay.
Why is that? Why is that no longer the case? Because
Let
it
me
is
tell you why.
unlivable due
Let
to
me
black
tell you
crime.
Dude, I'm slow. I'm slow. I just now recognize it.
Every minute you say that that's not an issue, you
The community that I
Saying white
represent.
people are
I
being
also
targeted.
represent other communities.
What are you being disingenuous? We're trying to shut them down.
Hey,
We're trying to shut them down.
hey,
Yes, you are.
I
You're trying to
look,
shame
look,
him.
you are a
You're trying to run him
I
off.
agree
I
with
see it.
you are a black. No matter
He
you put a
gets to do
cowboy
what he
hat
wants.
on
Let him
and
get
say
him to
you're
say
you
that.
said you are
Is
still
that
a
even
member of
see the
your
event?
community. Let me ask you
You're
something.
mad.
man.
No, hold on. Because he's calling out black people for doing wrong. Yes,
I
you
don't
are.
care, son.
You care. That's why you're here right now. That's why
I
you
call
came
out
here.
black people
We're not
every
stupid.
day.
We see what you're doing.
One question.
We see what you're doing.
Should Carmelo
I
Anthony?
know you don't have white family members like I do, but I'm tired of it.
Really?
Whose man is this? Yo, whose man is this, man? Whose man is this? Who the fuck's man is this? Y'all gotta tell me in the chat whose man is this. This look like some of y'all niggas' family members, man. The nigga look adopted. Like, yo, what's going on?
Should Carmelo not have any injuries on my indictment?
There's been
Why was I left?
$500,000 raised for Carmelo Anthony.
Whose man is that? Yo, what the fuck is going on? Yo, my nigga, this is a shit show, my nigga. This is a shit. We're gonna watch this one more time. We're gonna let this play to the end.
So I have two problems.
What's your issue?
I have two problems.
Yeah.
So
no, hold on.
If
When
Carmelo
you-
Anthony
when
was
you
your
see-
neighbor,
hold on.
would you allow your children to go play with him right now? Carmelo's answer, Jay, he's home on bond. Would you send your children over to go play Xbox with him right now?
I don't know the kid.
Exactly, because he doesn't.
You don't
he
know?
isn't your
Oh,
neighbor.
wow. Okay.
Hold on.
I know you were here today.
Why?
You're just mad that he's calling out the problem of black people killing white people. Yes, that's exactly what I think.
You don't see
You're
That's why I
for
think you
black
came
males
here to
winning. How
start some
about for
shit.
black males murdering? Are you against that?
100%.
I think that I think
why
Austin
Carmelo
was
Anthony? Why
a
is he
black
given the
kid.
opportunity to kill the next person that says, "Hey, can you get maybe move over a couple inches?"
He's a threat to the white paper boy that's going to jump up the paper tomorrow morning. He's a danger to the community. If I killed your son, would you want me out on the streets right
You
now?
kind of agree
I
with me?
kind of agree with you on
Let
the
me
bond.
say this.
The issue is no. Wait, hold on. I kind of agree with you on the bond, but
come
no,
on,
hold
brother.
on.
Murder is
He
getting
don't want you to
done.
be a man.
Hold
He
on.
wants you to
That's
fall
not
in
what
line.
I'm
No.
saying. That's not what I'm
righteous.
saying.
No, you
What
want
I'm
to
saying,
silence it.
what I'm
You don't
saying
know.
is that you're being silent about the issue of black crime. You're
Exactly.
saying, oh, what about
Yes, you
Detroit? What
are.
about St. Louis? Those cities
You're
are
racial
unlivable.
tribalists.
Those cities are unlivable, not because of Indians,
So you just said
not
I'm
because of
being
Chinese.
silent.
I
I'll
think
tell you what
are.
I'm doing,
I
since
think
you don't
you're
know
running
me.
cover for
Since
black
you don't
crime.
know me.
You're running cover for
So
black
since
crime.
you don't know me, Google my name,
I
Bruce
don't
Carter,
care.
black
I can-
on black crime.
I can
Hold on.
Google
And
him.
I'm holding a meeting this Tuesday
Okay.
where I've called on the mayor, the city manager, Dallas County, and DISD.
Do something
because
real
you
and
have a
say,
problem.
get that man back in jail. If you're gonna hold a
He
meeting,
doesn't need to be in jail, son.
okay, so then put your kids over. Let's schedule a play date.
Listen.
Your father. Let's schedule a play date. He's not a danger to the
So
community.
here's the problem.
Let's schedule a play date.
My name is Bruce Carter.
Let's schedule a play date.
So here's the
Carmelo
problem.
Anthony and little baby Bruce.
Yeah, I
Carmelo
gotta go.
Anthony, little baby
I
Bruce.
gotta go.
Should go play.
Yo, them niggas' feelings was hurt. The reason why them niggas' feelings was hurt because the nigga was telling the truth. He's like, yo, the nigga don't want his kids plastered everywhere. We're gonna watch this shit verbatim to verbatim, and we're gonna see how this shit was the biggest failure of all times. All right, everybody, let's watch.
Do you know if they reached out to Jeff?
They did not.
They didn't even reach out.
Have not spoke to him under
Incredible.
no circumstances.
Wow. Okay.
So when I do this interview, that's what I'm going to ask him. here in a minute. Like,
great.
have you spoke with the father? And since I have, the father says he wants no part of this. Under no circumstances he wants his kid labeled with what's happening here. So,
One more time.
since they're gonna give me an interview, I'm gonna go do it.
Everybody, I just found out his name is Bruce Carter. He looked like a cowboy white boy nigga, but he's about to spit game to him.
Wonderful. We're all very excited for this.
They finish with this.
No reason to plunge a dagger into his heart like that.
100%.
There's no reason.
100%.
See, this is my organization. I see it. And I travel across the country to reduce violence in black communities.
Thank you. I stand with you, sir,
on a
on
regular
that.
basis. But today, I'm here on behalf of the father, Jeff Metcalf.
Okay.
And what he's asking you is to not use his son's image or likeness in what you're doing. You can do what you do, but that's not what he wants his son tied to.
Okay.
Out of respect for that family.
Now I would ask Jeff Metcalf if
See, this is what he just said. He said it nicely, everyone. And this is, I'm waiting, I say so. I'm waiting, I'm say so. Watch what he does.
Want his son tied to.
Okay.
Out of respect for that family.
Now I would ask Jeff Metcalf if he would be bold enough to act like a father of a deceased young man that was murdered instead of being somebody suppressed, worried that he's going to spark the next race riots or some type of thing. He needs to stand for righteousness, not for the concept.
Woo! He's trying to put his son into a race riot, bro. The fuck with this wrong with this Michael Lang person?
Consequences of righteous actions always need to be taken seriously. He needs to be righteous before he is fearful. He is acting out of fear, not out of righteousness. He should have been on the top of the bus today. He should have been standing shoulder to shoulder with me.
Are you a father?
No, I am not.
I'm a father. Hold on.
Amen.
I'm a father. As a father, there is this thing called grief. So let me tell you what's going on in his house. He's getting swatted. His only other son.
Who is swatting him?
Well,
Which
that's
community?
The thing. No, we don't know the community, but it's happening. That's on the police to find. Secondly, he has a son who's a twin, who his son died in his arms. So that means he needs to navigate that. Then his son, who's his only son, is getting death threats. So as a father, his hands is full. So the last thing he wants to be tied to is having this complex of race. So yes, violence is bad. Young black men are getting killed every day by young black men across this country.
Yes, but I'm not a member of that community. I'm a member of my community. And my community is being victimized by the community of violent black,
but here's the problem.
degenerates.
But here's the problem.
They're degenerates.
When you stand up in the name of God, there's one body.
Amen.
And if you're not a part of that body,
I could read statistics. So I'm also a pragmatic human being.
So
I understand when there's a problem, it needs to be addressed head on. If you tiptoe around a problem, that's how you get to the end result.
So your
of
biggest
this.
concern is the loss of white life by black people?
No, that's
is that
not
your
my
concern?
big. I have concerns.
This is the shit I'm talking about with this man. Michael Lang ain't ready for this shit. Michael Lang, I just looked this dude, Bruce Carter, up. This nigga's a seasonal vet. He knows what he's fucking talking about. This is why Jeff Metcalf, I'm gonna be personally honest, this nigga Jeff Metcalf is doing what he's doing properly. He don't want his son to be a martyr in this way. If he has his son to be a martyr in this way, this will be the worst thing ever. His fucking son died in vain. That's why when you see certain people, they say, yo, don't start no war over my fucking name. I don't want nobody die. I don't want nobody blood on my hands.
It's a repeating pattern. It doesn't stop. It just keeps going on and on and
This is the talking about, yo, whose nigga is this? Like, yo, my nigga, you're part of the problem too, my man. This is the shit I'm talking about. He's part of the problem too because you're black. You think this whitens you a little bit because, yo, you're standing on the side of the white man? No. My nigga, you're part of the problem because at the end of the day, you're not fixing your own people's problem. So you're part of the problem. You're just letting this shit happen. That's like somebody, it's like, yo, I'm a cake maker at a store. I sold some niggas some bad cake. Niggas is gonna be looking at me too because I'm the cake maker too. It's like, yo, y'all niggas need to get shit cracking. They're not gonna be looking at, oh yeah, that nigga fucked up the cake. They're gonna be like, yo, all y'all niggas need to get y'all shit together. It's y'all fault as a whole, as a group. It always been like that.
And on. We just can't ignore it any longer. If it stops, we're good.
So I have a question for you. Do you believe more white people are killed by white people or by black people?
Listen, by strangers, it's 2 to 1. Every single race in domestic issues, because we live amongst each other and uncles kill uncles or drunk at barbecues and stuff like that, it's always the same amount.
So your response is this.
Let me respond, please. Please let me respond.
Is your response that Mr. Metcalf needs to get on your bus and tell people that his son was killed, but he's not you. So what I'm saying is,
I'm telling you, I'm somebody that stands for what I believe in, and I don't cower when it's time to stand.
If your desire
it's because
is
of
to
fear.
represent,
my desire is that another Austin Metcalf does not happen next week. And if I was his father, I would stand righteously to say, yes, but I'm a man.
We all have common sense.
So you're speaking for his father?
Hold on, we know.
No, I'm speaking for white men in this country.
Are you a father?
White people in this country.
Are you a father?
Hold on one second.
Are you a father?
Hold on one second.
Are you a father?
I'm not, but listen.
Okay, so when I talk to non-fathers who are not dealing with grief, you've talked for an hour. So if you want to address, I can give you after I give this message. The bottom line is this. You have a father that's out of respect asking you not to put his son's face in a place. How do you say you're going to represent people when you can't respect the will of the people?
Let me respond, guys. There's too much peanut gallery.
That's not what his father said. His father did not say that.
Can we please let me respond?
So you believe
I'm having a conversation between you and I. Listen to this.
Yeah.
Austin Metcalf is no longer Austin Metcalf. He is a symbol. He is a symbol of young white people being predatorized and victimized every single day, living in fear. He is living in fear. Our people in this country are living in fear. Austin Metcalf is no longer just a son.
Jeff, hold on. Jeff, do me one favor. Because there seems to be an issue that you're okay with Austin's name being plastered with this particular movement. Now, I've already addressed that. So now
nigga called the father. This is the part right here when it gets crazy. This is my favorite part of the show. Favorite part of this video.
I want you to say one more time that you agree with your son's name and face being attached to this movement?
Hey Jeff Metcalf, this is Jake Lang here. I wanted to talk to you and not be led into a question. This is an illegal argument. This is called leading.
Do you agree with your son?
Can I have a conversation with you?
No, because you could have called him before that. You could have called him out of respect.
I've been reaching out. I'm one of the biggest figures in America.
Jeff,
nobody's ever
I've given you a message. I've given you your message, and here's the
all
response.
family members, everybody I can find.
I've given you your message, and here's the response.
You've not given my message.
Guy
You've given your message.
What he said was this. What he said was this. He said that you, as a father, should be on the bus with him, delivering the message that he's delivering. Unfortunately, he's not a father, and the gentleman with is not a father. Maybe they don't understand what loss is. But at the end of the day, I've given your message, and they thought that it wasn't your message.
Let me have 1 minute of my message to Jeff Metcalf.
Call him.
Okay, what's his number?
He's on the phone right now.
So Jeff, do you? Huh?
This is not a good faith discussion.
Okay, hold on. Here's Jeff. Hold on. So Jeff, go ahead. Go ahead, Jake.
Hey Jeff, it's Jake Lang here. Jeff, first of all, my entire heart rests in your hands. I would be in my position, not even as somebody even knew your son, but somebody that shares the same understanding. I grew up as a 17-year-old young white man too, and I grew up in fear of my life around black people because they were killing and robbing people around me all the time. And I don't understand, as I was a father, you could sit idly by and not condemn the culture that killed your son. There is an epidemic problem in this country, and your voice could be one of the loudest voices in this country, but you have chosen to recoil out of fear and continue the suppression. Why will you not stand with me and with the rest of the people? We're not calling for racial divide. We're not calling for hatred. We're saying 350,000 attacks on white people by black people a year in this country is wrong. Why can't you stand that and say with that? Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today. Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any fucking...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
My son, let me finish. I give you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir.
Thanks.
You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your
Blackman here.
weakness.
You are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem. You've been submitted.
Hold on, hey, Jeff.
You've been submitted.
I'll handle it from here.
You've been submitted, sir.
You're not gonna make
If
us
we were
back
all,
down.
if we were all of your nature,
Guys, listen.
You're
Let
not
me
gonna
say
shame
this.
What a
us.
weak
Not
man.
Do you know who you're talking to? You don't, do you?
I'm talking to a black man.
You don't. No, you're not.
Okay.
You sit here, you talk about Trump.
But I am. You're not
Google
gonna
my
make me
name
back
and
down.
Trump. No. When you do that, my name is Bruce
I agree with Black
No,
Mills winning,
Google that.
but they're not winning right
what
now.
You're doing,
they're becoming
but what
degenerates.
you're doing
and murdering white
you're
people.
not helping America. You're no more patriotic than I am. No way.
Silent is
Where
not
were you
helping.
on
No way.
January
You've been
6th?
silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you on January 6th?
You've been
when it was
silent,
about
it's only
patriots?
gotten
Where
worse.
were you? Did you stand for your country
So you
when they
think that
stole our
made you
vote?
patriot because you showed up there? Does that make you a patriot?
Niggas is crazy. Yo, the nigga say you are a part of the fucking problem. Take my fucking kid's face down off of that. Don't start you're not gonna start a fucking race war in front of my fucking, with my fucking kid's face on there. Jake Lang, you are the biggest fucking clown. Nigga. This is the shit we doing, bro. Oh my motherfucking God. Y'all are the biggest losers of probably in the last 15 years, my nigga. Y'all lost worse than the fucking Antifa, nigga. Yo, Jay, really? Yeah, I'm gonna call it today for today, man. I might do a reaction video, but yo, y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all later on probably, and enjoy the rest.